Okay, everybody. Sorry I'm 2 minutes tardy. I had to reset the stream. Today we have a 20-minute movement practice, 20-minute meditation and pranayama practice, and followed by a 20-minute movement practice. Grab something to sit on. And join me on your mat. So I'm sitting in Virasana, a block between my heels. My feet are untucked. If this is in any way uncomfortable for you, place more blocks underneath you. Or sit in a chair, sit cross-legged, sit however works. And then pick up your sits bones and take them back. And then plug in through the perineum to assist you in finding those 3 natural curves of the spine. And then sit up really tall, draw the sides of the throat back, flip your palms towards the ceiling. Before you breathe in an intentional way, start by just noticing your natural breath. Is there a temperature to it, a texture? Where do you feel it primarily? Is it in the throat or the chest, or can you feel it somewhere a little deeper? What's stronger, the inhale or the exhale? Because your breath tells a story. Good. Now, Ujjayi Pranayama, constricting the back of the throat, the same muscles you would use to whisper, and breathe slowly in and out of the nose. So this breath is not forced or harsh. You're just creating these soft whisper-like sounds that only you can hear. Matching the inhale to the exhale. And seeing if you can stretch your breath out a little bit more than you're used to. Deeply relax on the exhale. Bring your mind's eye to your rib cage and notice it expanding and contracting, the cage that surrounds your heart. I'm going to do some Katona yoga style pranayama. It's a little more vigorous. If you're pregnant or feeling unwell and you want to just stick with a smooth Ujjayi this whole practice, continue to do so and know that there's great benefit here for you. Otherwise, fitting your hands to your heels or your hands to your knees, make good contact with yourself. Start to rock the pelvis forward and back, tilting too far forward and too far back. And then pull in the breath, Bhastrika. The inhale pulls you forward, the exhale pulls you back, and then you start to go a little faster. In, out, in, out. So strong inhale, strong exhale as you rock the pelvis forward and back. Bhastrika is one of the more powerful pranayams and is designed to fill you up. So if you're feeling unmotivated, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling unclear, you want to bring more prana quickly into the body. You also want to get old stagnant oxygen out quickly. So here's the fastest way to get yourself going. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Good. Now start to make circles with your hips. Great big circles. And the inhale will pull you forward and the exhale will pull you back. In, out, in, out. Be unconcerned with what this looks like or are you doing it right. Just try and sink into a rhythm, into a flow. Notice if you went left first or right first. If you went left, the side of the heart, you like to make your own rules. You like to go against the grain. You might be more of the creative or empathic side. If you went right naturally, you might like things in a box more. You like to follow the rules. This is the more like logical, pragmatic, hardworking side of you, the side of the heart. Good, go the other way. Go the way that's not so natural to you. In, out, in, out. And that side, that preference might change depending on what you're going through, depending on what season of life you're in. Sorry, I said heart. The right side is the side of the liver. So we have this masculine side of us, the more feminine side of us. And you're not either or. We just tend to lean on one side more than the other. And it's helpful to familiarize ourselves with what we're already good at, what is our stronger side, so we can balance ourselves out by practicing more of the parts that aren't really getting our attention. Good, go back in the middle and then back to that forward and back motion. In, out, Bhastrika again. Start to slow it down. And then reach your arms up, hook your thumbs, take 3 sips of air in through the mouth like a straw. Take 3 more. 1 sniff through the nose and hold. Drop your chin down, Jalandhara Bandha. Lift the pelvic floor up, Mula Bandha. Draw the lower belly in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. Pressurizing through the center. Take 1 more sniff in. And then exhale out the top of the head. Let the hands just fall down, palms up. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take a moment here just noticing the effect of that pranayama. Good. Bring your hands out in front of you, the right hand on top. So you really start to get a handle on yourself. I want you to bring to your imagination here that cat-cow position in the spine. And then on your inhale, you'll open the arms up wide. On the exhale, you'll round your back a little and you'll switch which hand is on top. And Bhastrika breath again. So you'll go in the nose, out the nose. In the nose, out the nose. So you'll notice here with this arm movement, you're starting to intensify and increase your capacity. We start to move up from the first floor of the body, the hips and the legs, up to the second floor, the torso, the heart. In, out, in, out. So the first floor of the body, our legs and our hips, it represents our stability. The second floor of the body, from the hips towards the necks, represent our ability. And most of us in Western culture are more able than we are stable. We're able because we can get the work done, we can work really hard, we can busy ourselves, we can learn a lot, we can shove a ton of information into our heads. We might be taking on too much. We might not be taking care of our basic needs. We're going without taking time to rest, to receive the grace of our efforts. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Stay with it, even if the arms start getting warm. Know that pranayama is energy work. Yeah, so you're moving a lot of energy through the body. Sometimes this feels great, sometimes it can be uncomfortable. So you might feel sensations like, hey, my arms are tired, but you also might be feeling sensations like anxiety or anger or whatever you've been moving through this week. 3, 2, 1. Arms reach up. Hook your thumbs. 3 sips in like a straw. Take 3 more. 1 sniff through the nose. And hold full. Chin down. Pelvic floor lifts. Belly in and up. Use your tools, use your words, use your techniques to self-soothe under pressure. And then exhale out the top of the head. Let the hands just fall down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Fit your hands to your shoulders. Fingertips forward. Thumbs back. Elbows up higher than your lungs. And then spread your collarbones to either side. Stay plugged in. So the sit bones plug in. You have lots of room in your spine to twist freely because you are grounded and stable through the lower floor. And then the inhale, you'll twist left. And the exhale, you'll go right. And then you'll start to go back and forth. In, out, in, out. If you can, keep your eyes open in this one. Lift your elbows up an inch more. Is it easier for you to twist left, the side of the heart? Or is it easier for you to twist right, the side of the liver? In, out, in, out. As your eyes start to move side to side, notice how you start to change your perspective. The left eye looks right, the right eye looks left. You are in the center of it all. And the side that's a little harder for you to twist, see if you can use your intention to twist just a little bit more to that side, evening yourself out. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to slow it down. Arms reach up, hook your thumbs. Take 3 sips in. Take 3 more. 1 sniff through the nose. Hold full. Pressurize, find those bandhas, the locks, chin, perineum, belly. Exhale out the top of the head. Let the hands just float down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Alternate nostril breathing. Nadi Shodhana. Take your right hand and you'll either curl your peace fingers in and out of the way or you'll rest them on your third eye. Take your right thumb and close off the right nostril. Sit up really tall. Gently close off the right side. Take an inhale through the left nostril. Use your ring finger to close the left side and pause. And then exhale right. Inhale through the right side. Close, pause. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close both. Option to add those locks, pelvic floor, belly, chin. Releasing the locks as you exhale. Continue on your own. Inhaling right. Closing off both. Optional locks. Releasing the locks. Releasing the left side. Go back and forth here on your own. Traditionally, there's a very specific breath count. If If you're newer to pranayama, I like to encourage my students just to make it easy and play with stretching out their breath and their retentions each time that they move through a series. If you find yourself gasping or moving quickly for your next breath, you know it's not the right pace. Eventually your breath will be very long and very easy, and it'll be easy for you to hold your breath for a very long period of time. And just like anything in the body, we start to build capacity with the lungs. Now, if you need more grounding, if you need more soothing, you're going to end with the exhale on the left side. If you need more get up and go, if you need more fire, more masculine energy, you will end with the exhale on the right side. And when you're done, just sitting still, eyes closed. There's no right way to do meditation. Some of us believe that we're not doing it well if we're feeling stressed or if we're thinking about things. We can't erase the mind, so it's helpful to give the mind something to do. You can focus on a word. You can focus on a prayer. You can simply pay attention to your body and any new and interesting sensations that might have appeared throughout this pranayama practice. And the goal is not to be perfect or to be empty, but just to be present. Be present to any moods, words, emotions, colors, images that come up for you, and just trust that that's the right thing to listen to. Just ask yourself here, what do I need to know today? What do I need to do today to find balance? Who do I need to be? And drop your chin to your chest. Blink your eyes open, just a sliver at first. Now, if you'd rather just stay here in the seated meditation, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to move into a short 20-minute movement practice. You can come off your block or whatever you're sitting on and take a cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your knees and do a few cat-cows here from seated, maybe even over-exaggerating that rock of the pelvis. Good. And then flex your feet and make great big slow circles here with your upper body. And go the other way. Even as we're moving here, can you keep that same presence, that same flow of breath as we start to move? Good. Now bring your hands behind you, straighten out your legs, point and flex the feet here. And then just like Janu Shirsasana, bend the right knee, bring the foot to the inside of the leg, and then just allow the knee to fall wherever it falls, instead of forcing or making that leg move. Good, and then switch. Good, and then you'll just start going side to side at your own pace here. If you need to pace, not paced. If you need to go slower, go slower. And if you have a little bit more wiggle room, you can bring your hands to your heart and fold forward in between. If that bothers your knees, if you don't feel ready for that yet, just keep your hands behind you, keep it easy. So many yoga poses we aggressively force ourselves into instead of just allowing the body to open when it's ready. Good, and then back to cross-legged. Same thing here, start with your hands behind you and then switch your legs and allow the knees just to fall down. Good, now a few options here. You can continue like this, or you can open the legs and then close the knees and open. And if you'd like, you can do this unsupported, it's fun, legs wide, and then a little nod, bow forward. Waking up the legs, waking up the hips. One more. Good. Straighten out the legs out in front of you. Now take your right knee and bring it in. Left hand behind you. Right arm reach it up. And then lean forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Option to stay here, working that hip fold, or flip the palm. Bring the arm in front of the shin. And then wrap the arm around, maybe using your hand to grab onto your right thigh. You can keep the left hand here, or you can seek out your fingertips. If you're going for the fingertips, lift up again, find height, and then fold forward. Now, sometimes this one doesn't feel so stretchy. It just feels like, my body doesn't move that way. With time, you'll fold deeper and deeper. It just takes repetition. Good, release, and then switch your legs. Right hand behind you, left arm up. Lean forward, go for that handshake. Option to bring the arm in front, palm behind you. Option to try and grab onto the thigh, maybe your fingertips as well. That left hip is going to want to lift up. Do your best to get it to touch the ground. Lift yourself up and then lean forward. Good. Release the bind, and you'll make your way into a standing forward fold. So you'll bend the knees and you'll lift the hips up. Take your two fists and measure the distance between your inner heels here, your inner arches. Make sure your toes are facing straight forward and align the edges of your feet with the edges of your mat. Get really refined and particular here. Bend your knees so your belly meets your thighs, and then grab onto opposite elbow and drop the head. And then lean back a little into the heels and then come forward towards the toes. Take a look at your toes, make sure they're straight forward. And now look at your knees and make sure your knees are bending straight forward, so they're not going wide and they're not knocking in. And then look at your feet. Look at the pinky toes. And draw a line from the pinky toes to the inner heel. And then look up to the big toes and draw a line to the outer heel. And then where X marks the spot on the foot, lift up. Keep bending the knees forward to make good contact, to make that fold happen, but keep lifting up through the feet and lifting up through the hips. And then set your drishti, your gaze, at the back of your mat and use that to relax the head, neck, and shoulders a little bit more. Take an inhale here. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze your palms together and bring the arms up and overhead. Good. Bend your knees deeply. Lift the chin and the chest up. And then with a strong flat back, rise all the way up. Go nice and slow here. Good. Release your arms at your side and step to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees generously, fold forward and return your hands to the floor. Inhale, press the floor away, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot way back. Stay up high on your fingertips. Lift your butt up a little bit more and bend into the right knee. Lift the sternum forward. Look forward, find length. And then just the left hand down, peel the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Look up. Bring the right hand back down. Slide your front leg a little closer towards straight. It doesn't have to be anywhere near straight. And then step the left foot forward, feet back to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up, rise up, look towards your fingertips, maybe palms press. Exhale, generously bend the knees, bow and fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, right foot, step it back. Stay up high on the fingertips. Lift your butt up a little. Bend into the left knee more. Lift your chest up, lift the gaze up. Just the right fingertips down. Peel the left hand up towards the ceiling. Look up. Good. Left hand down to the floor. Slide your front leg a little closer towards straight while keeping that good belly to thigh contact. Step the right foot next to the left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot way back. This time, place the left knee down. Hook your thumbs out in front of you and bring the arms up and overhead. Bring the left hand to the floor, the right hand to your right thigh. Press your right thigh away and twist right. Option to grab onto the back foot and pull it in. Release the back foot. Bring the hands back to the mat and slide the front leg towards straight again, half splits. Flex the right foot. Walk the hands back a little. Point and flex to the right foot. And then flex the foot and turn the toe in and out. Bend into the right knee. Tuck your back toes and step your feet forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold and bow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go back down into the fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot back. Right knee down, hook your thumbs, low lunge. Right hand to the floor, left hand to your thigh. Press your thigh away, twist left. Stay, or option to grab your back foot and pull it in. Release the back foot if you took it. Turn your chest forward and then straighten-ish your front leg. Walk the hands back a little, lift your chest up. Point and flex to your front foot. And then flex the foot and turn the toes in and out. Bend into the front knee, tuck your back toes, and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, find length. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, arms at your sides, Samasthiti. Bring your big toes to touch, tiny space between your heels. Bend your knees and sweep the arms up. Adding a little bit of movement here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold and sweep the arms up. And then you'll go a little faster. Inhale, exhale, throw it back. Inhale, exhale. Getting a little heat here in the legs. Five more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Step your feet hips distance apart. Bend your knees. Take your peace fingers around your big toes. Elbows wide and fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to make good contact with yourself. So you don't want a bunch of empty space here. Yeah? So what's more important than straightening the leg is learning how to fold through joint space. So the goal is not to be very flexible. The goal is not to have straight legs, but the goal is just to move well, to have functional movement, to have pain-free movement. Good. Bend the knees, release the toes, plant the hands, and step back, downward facing dog. Then just move around here in your down dog for a bit. Walk it out. Give the head a little shake. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Exhale, drop down onto the knees. Stick your sit bones up. Lower chin, chest, chin. Come all the way down to the mat. Slither through onto your stomach. Untuck the toes and bring them as wide as the mat. Pop up onto the fingertips and bring them wide. Elbows to the ceiling. Drop your chin. Lead with the back of the heart. Slowly roll yourself up. And then look up. And then slowly roll yourself down. Keep the legs sturdy. And then find fluid movement through the upper body a few times here, up and down. Good, and then come all the way up. Drop the left shoulder forward and look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop right shoulder, look left. Inhale, center. Exhale, look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, look left. Inhale, center one more time. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Bring your legs close together now. Bring your hands next to your ribs and hug the elbows in. Use your back muscles to lift the chest up. Squeeze the leg muscles and now hover your hands. So you know that you are in the work of strengthening the muscles that surround the spine and you're not just pushing yourself into a back bend. Good, and then lower down, look to one side. And then look forward again. This time reach your fingertips to the back corners of the mat, palms down. Lift the chest up, squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back body, and then maybe lift up the legs. Spread through the toes. Reach through the fingertips. Use your inhale to lift you, and your exhale to relax into it. Take your inner thighs to the ceiling. That's a tricky part here. Use your leg muscles, lift them up higher, and then set it down, look to the other side. Bring your hands next to your ribs, look forward. Lift up cobra, or if you're ready for it, upward facing dog. And then push back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step your toes together, raise your right leg up high. And then bend the knee and open up your hips. Set the right foot down, switch sides, left leg lifted up. Bend the knee, open your hips. Good, set it down. Look forward, set the knees down. Tuck your toes and sit on the heels. Grab onto the heels, knees straight forward, tuck your chin, and push your hips forward. Stay here. If it's available, come forward even more. If it's available, drop the head. And then slowly set your hips down. Lift the heart up and then the head up. Make your way to a seat. Bring your left shin in front and take your right shin behind you. So you're in a 90-90 position. Flex your feet. Turn your body over towards your straight leg and just bend and straighten the arms here a few times. And when you feel like you've warmed into the hip, lower down onto the forearms. If you want more sensation in the hips, walk yourself closer towards your left foot. If you need less, you'll keep angled towards the left knee. Good, straighten the arms, and then you'll just switch sides. The right shin is forward, the left shin is to the side. Both feet are flexing. One hand to either side of your right knee, and just bend and straighten the arms here. Warm into the hips. And then lower down onto the forearms, angle towards your right knee, or for more, bringing your torso towards your right foot. Good, straighten the arms. Pivot on your heels so that they're out in front of you. And bring the feet, knees close together, and lay down on your back. Squeeze your knees to your chest, Apanasana. Rock the knees a little side to side. And then drop them to the right, bring your arms wide. Take a deep breath and lengthen. On the exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, knees back through center. Exhale, drop them to the left. Look right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center, Apanasana, knees to chest. Exhale, Shavasana, straighten the legs, turn your palms towards the ceiling, and allow your toes just to flop to the either side. Notice what your practice gives you access to. Notice what feels different. Notice what feels the same. Stay here as long as you would like. If you need to get up and going for work, rolling to one side, pressing your hands into the floor, and coming all the way up. So if you have the time, I encourage you to stay on your back 5 minutes, 10 minutes if you can. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me, everyone.